thank you. Can you hear me at the back? Yep. All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone awake? Okay. Right, so my name is Lai. I'm a solution architect from Veeam Software. That will be my topic. So without further ado, let's quickly run through on my agenda. Well, I'm going to share with everyone about a survey on the data protections 2024, right, that we sent out to 1,200 organizations, right? And then lastly, I'm also going to share on the data protection strategy, right? So one thing that before I start my session, just want to keep everyone awake here. When you heard about Veeam, Veeam are very famous for backup and recovery solution. But the thing is, today I'm not going to talk about backup. I also not going to talk about recovery. But I will be more focusing on security, which is provided by Veeam, right? Now let's have a look here. Last year, I'm here as well. I did share about the data protections survey. So this is the latest one, all right? We sent out to 1,200 organizations worldwide, all right? Which cover 3 different regions, US, EMEA, and also ABJ. So this is a survey from ABJ, all right? One of the questions that we asked them is, for the past 2 years, what is the most common cause of outages that your organization are facing? Quite surprisingly, for the past 4 years, the one that most common and the most impactful cause of outages, guess, is cyber attacks, all right? And frankly speaking, it's not going to go away, all right? Let's move on. Okay, how many ransomware attacks has your organization has been experienced in the past 12 months? This is for APJ, all right? I'm sadly to say that most organizations, they already hit once. Some of them who are very unlucky, they hit twice or even more. However, there are 17% of organizations, they still not yet hit by ransomware. But the question right now is, for these 17%, are they safe? The answer is no. It's just a matter of time that ransomware will come into your environments. So the question right now is, how do you protect yourself against these cyber attacks? Now, let's look into 101, right? So when I talk about cyber attacks, most people come into their mind, first thing in their mind is data has been encrypted, all right? And it happens probably yesterday or whatever. But in order for you to tackle on cyber attacks, frankly speaking, ransomware attacks is already happens probably months or years. Hackers, when they come into your environments, first and foremost, they will study about your organizations. They will go and test all the vulnerability and also the security of your whatever things that you have in your organizations. They do plan something into your organizations to capture. Once they did that, they will send all those informations to outside, to their servers. All right? Once they did that, they will build a very powerful malware and put it into your organizations. This is where most people, they experience what we call ransomware attacks. All right? Your data will be encrypted, and the worst part is they will ask for ransom. Right? When they ask for ransom, one of the payments in order for you to decrypt the data is Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is untraceable. Right now, the cost of Bitcoin, based on yesterday's market share, will be around 64K USD. Right? And when they ask for ransom, they won't ask for 1 Bitcoin. They will ask 100 or even more in order for you to decrypt your data. So the question right now is, how do you prevent this from happening? Right? So as what I share with everyone here, let's move on. backup is your last line of defense, all right? You can have the best security products in your organizations, but remember this tagline: you must always have backup. Just imagine this, right? It's like you are having an insurance. When disaster comes, you would like to use this insurance to recover your data, all right? So let's move on. So how do I secure? Right? I'm not going to talk about backup. I'm not going to talk about recovery, right? So how do we secure? So in order for you to secure, there are multiple of resilient domain, right? One of them is your front door. So let me ask everyone here, how many of you, when you exit your home, you leave your door open wide? How many of you? None, right? Okay, that means everyone is awake, all right? So most of the times, you need to protect your front door by closing it. So for Veeam, right, you can secure by using username and password when you access to the console. But the problem right now is, by having username and strong password, it's no longer secure. So therefore, we introduce what we call additional authentications, whereby we allow you to enable multi-factor authentications. So you can use this from Microsoft Authenticator or even Google Authenticator. Get the additional code from your mobile phone, and then you key in into your Veeam console. So that proof, right, you are authorized user before you gain access to the console. All right? Now, so once I already access to the console, as a backup operator, they always handle more than 100 systems. They are very busy. Okay, we cannot blame them. All right? And sometimes, because they are too busy, what they did is they leave the console open. So what does it mean? As a hacker, when I attack into your environments, I saw the console open, I was very happy. All right? So therefore, in order for us to protect this, we allow you to set timeout. Okay? You can set, for example, 10 minutes. If you don't touch the console for 10 minutes, I will automatically lock you out, and then you need to re-authenticate again. All right? So that is how we secure your access. Okay, let me move back. Before I move into my next slide, let me ask one question. When ransomware attacks into your organizations, how many of you think that they will attack on production data? Okay. So how many of you think that they will attack on your backup data? All right. So frankly speaking, just want to share with everyone that when ransomware attacks, the first target that they always will target will be your backup data. Why? Very simple. If you lost your backup data, when they attack on your production data, you will feel panic because you don't have anything to recover. When they start to attack you, you got no choice. You need to pay ransom. All right? So this is the second resilient domain, and it's proven on the survey itself. 93% of organizations say that hackers always target the backup data. All right? So how do we secure that? For cost-effective solutions, all right, you can use what we call Veeam hardened repositories. Just get any servers, any storages, and then you deploy Linux and enables what we call immutability. So immutability is one of the features to protect your backup data from any modifications and deletions. All right? But the question right now is, everyone talk about data centers. Your data are huge, right? So you cannot be using normal servers. So for those organizations, they probably were leveraging on what we call DDoS appliance. All right? So good news, with Veeam latest versions 12.1, we can now support immutability on DDoS appliance. Okay, two brands that we support. The most famous one will be HPE Store Once, and Dell EMC data domain. All right? So that is your backup data. But the thing is, how about your additional backup copy? All right? So additional backup copy, nowadays, people move for tapeless. They are moving away from tapes because tape are very difficult to manage. It's increased operations and, of course, problematics of transportation the tape. So one of the way for you to do that, to have a copy of your data, you will put it into object storage. All right? So object storage can be on-prem. It can also on the cloud. And on top of that, we also allow you to set immutability. Right? So that will help you to secure your backup data. Now let's look into detections. All right? So before I move into this slide, right, just want to let everyone know here, we are not replacing your antivirus. We are complement with your antivirus solutions, right? But the thing is, when we do backup, we allow you to have what we call malware detections. All right? Everyone talk about AI. So good news, in our latest versions, we included with AI power inline scanning and file system analysis. So while we are doing backup, we will detect for abnormally file, possible file which encrypted by ransomware, or possible malware as well. All right? If you look at the screen right now, so this is 5 restore point. 3 of them are okay, means the backup data are healthy. 2 of them are suspicious, okay, in red color. All right? So that means it's possible ransomware attacks or even malware attack as well. So we already talked about malware scanning. Now let's look into event. Most of the operator, they will receive event, all right, and you will send those notifications to email. But the problem right now is, most operators, they monitor 100 applications, and they do receive more than 100 email notifications per day. Guess what? If they store 100 email per day on the notifications, one of the things that they always will do is, they create a rule. Create a rule, send to junk mail. That's what they always will do, right? But the thing is, for enterprise customers, right, to prevent that kind of things, we allow you to send the event to syslog server, all right? So one of the syslog that you can send the event to is Splunk. So if you look at the screen right now, for those of you who understand about Splunk, right, you can do a customizations on the bottom here, or to help you to easy to read those events and also to identify those incidents. We're also going to release a new app called Veeam app for Splunk. So you can import this into Splunk. We will help you to analysis on those events. Right. Now let's move on. Right. So as a hacker, when they try to attack into your own environments, they cannot delete the data because you enable immutability. Guess what? The next thing that they're going to do is, they're going to copy those data and set it outside. All right? So when they send those data, your valuable data to outside, they are going to sell those data. So the question right now is, how do you prevent from data leak? Right? One of the way is to enable what we call encryptions. So Veeam provide you AES 256-bit encryptions to encrypt your data, so the hackers will not able to read the data. All right? But the thing is, our built-in encryptions is using what we call password. Right? So you need to key in the password to encrypt the data. So therefore, the next problem will be, you need to remember the password, and not to forget, your administrator resigned. So no one knows the password how to decrypt the data. So therefore, to prevent that kind of incidents, Veeam, the latest version right now, 12.1, we allow you to integrate with KMS. Right? We pass those management of password encryptions to KMS. So KMS is going to rotate the password, is going to manage your whole entire thing as well. So right now, we already validated and tested these 3 products, Tails, Fortanix, and also IBM Security as well. All right? Now let's look into here. Okay, this is daily you doing backup every day. Okay? One day, a bad actor come into your environments. All right? They start to do something on day 9. Encryptions. So as a normal user, what you always will do in order for you to recover your data? Most of the times, you will take day 8. Right? Well, the question right now is day 8 is your healthy data? Maybe yes, maybe no. Right? So by using Veeam, we will have what we call inline ransomware scanner to scan for your backup data to check whether it's healthy or not. And the best part is, your forensic analysis team, they can also use this tool, right, to identify the malware strain. Right? If your forensic analysis know about this malware, they understand about this malware behavior, they can even write what we call a YARA rule. And this YARA rule can inject into Veeam, we can do a scanning. All right? So while doing a scanning, guess, on day 7, this is where the attacks start to happen. So at the end, your safest and healthy data is on day 6, and it's not day 8. All right? So now let's move into the last slide. How about dashboard monitoring? To monitor the whole entire cybersecurity events. So we already built a general dashboard called Veeam Tradecenter Dashboard. From here, you're able to view the whole entire security of your Veeam infrastructures. All right? You can also view about the immutabilities, compliance of the Veeam deployments. All right? So let's say any of your branches detected there's a malware. On the screen here, you can see a red dot. Red dot means infections of your backup data. All right? If it's yellow, means it's suspicious. All right? So if you go to the bottom here, you can see green and red. All right? This is the SLA dashboard of your backup that's been running every day. Green means healthy. Red means your backup failure. All right? So one glance dashboard for you to understand about the environments. Right. So before I end my sessions, I just want to share with everyone here, we will continue to innovate our products. All right? Our objectives are very simple. We want to keep your business up and running. All right? So therefore, we are not only focusing on backup and recovery, we already started to look into data security. All right? In case of anything happen, you can use Veeam to do any data recovery. And the best part is data freedom. We give you flexibility of moving your data from one platform to another platform. For example, on-prem to the cloud, from the cloud back to on-prem, or even move from one cloud to another cloud provider. All right? So before I end the sessions, for those of you who would like to join the contest, you can use your mobile phone and scan this QR code. Then you probably may be the lucky winner for Touch and Go e-wallet credit for RM50. All right? Okay, so you can scan it. All right. So that's all for today. Thank you very much, and see you next time.
Thank you so much to our